Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nobody Asked My Opinion podcast. I'm your host, Siobhan, or as usual, nobody asked my opinion, but I damn sure I'm going to give it anyway. What am I talking about today, guys? Before I get started, don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you when you do. Okay, this is just breaking. This just popped out like an hour ago. I just heard this because Daily Mail just broke it. Now TMZ has confirmed it. Kanyewest and his wife, BIANCA CENSORI, have decided to divorce. His long-suffering wife, I should say. Is anybody surprised? Okay, I had to literally pull over because I wanted to do a video on this. First of all, where do I begin? I know a lot of people are going to say that this has to do with him having her disrobe at the Grammys, but I honestly don't believe it does. I think it probably didn't help the situation. I think what the final nail is was his Twitter rant or X rant, right? The first thing that comes to mind when I hear this for me is, we want prenup. We want prenup. Sorry, I had to throw that in there. Hoping they had a prenup, right? Let's see what happens. But apparently they're both shopping for divorce attorneys. But okay, so people are going to blame it for the disrobing. I don't think that was it, guys. I think this woman was an exhibitionist from the beginning. I would ask, why are you so surprised about his Twitter rant and his anti-Semitism? Because he was doing this before y'all were together. So this is not like a new thing. Like, you knew this is how he felt. And I know he tried to do his apology tour, but this is what he was saying before. So, but I think that's what it has to do with. I think it has to do with the Twitter rant. I think it has to do with the fact that part of that Twitter rant included his obnoxious terminology of saying he had dominion over her and basically saying he owns her. And the irony part of that, that's, you know, and like listening to half of his rants, like for the 4 days he did them, that one kind of stood out to a lot of people because, you know, a lot of what he talks about is going to be slavery, but you're going to talk about sitting there that you own this woman. I think it embarrassed her. I think her family had finally had enough. This is not, you know, this is not some hood rat chick. You know, this woman's an architect. She's not stupid. I think, again, I think it may be a little bit with the Grammys, but what I really think it has to do with was his 4-day Twitter rant. And she was just, and then his trying to sell the t-shirt he was selling online. I think it's just, she has to live with that. And I think long term, she thought about it. I think a lot of people were probably like, this is not going to look good for you if you're standing by him for this. And I think I say long suffering because people want to pick on Kim Kardashian, but post their divorce and how he treated her when she was dating Pete Davidson, he was horrible to her. That was like out and out. I'm always like, bullying. That was true bullying. He was horrible. He made the whole world laugh at Pete Davidson, right? And not in a funny kind of way. He tortured him online. And like, Kim Kardashian has tried to shield her kids from this and try and be like, okay, be politically correct. I think because she watched her mom do it, and try and shield her kids so that they still want to have their dad as this figure, right? Where she could have made that really difficult. And she didn't do it. She doesn't hold the kids from him. She lets them have as much time as he wants. But back to Bianca, I think this, again, and you guys tell me if you think I'm wrong, I think this has to do with the 4-day Twitter rant. I think it's a bad look what he did. I think she's just had enough. And I think people got in her ear, and I'm going to say rightly so, because you're tied to this, and it's not like I believe the money. Kanye's good at making money is going to go anywhere. I don't believe, like, you're not hearing people he's smart enough now that he's not going to get he doesn't have an Adidas contract. He knows how to make his money. I just think that has to do with just the way he disparaged her online. That's a hard thing to, you know, that is the complete profile of a toxic relationship. And I think it'd be hard to roll over next to someone that you woke up with and read some of that and be like, wow, this is how you feel about me. This is what you think about me. So I don't know if it had to do with the Grammys. I think a very little bit with the Grammys, but I think he blew it so out of proportion, and everything he was saying about her, that it was just enough. Like, you can only put up with so much. I think this is the right choice for her. You know, obviously there's always another person who's willing to step up and get involved in the crazy that is Kanye. But girl, get out, run as fast as you can. Smartest thing you did was not get pregnant. So girl, go, run. But yeah, again, I don't think, guys, for me, I think again, I'm going to say, I think she's an exhibitionist, because we all remember the little Italy trip on the boat where she was slob hobbing on the knob. So, and she did that publicly. She knew cameras were present. She did it anyway. But I think he's gone out of his way to publicly embarrass her. And when you have someone who's supporting you, who's standing by you, particularly if, you know, if it's your partner, that's not the person you want to publicly embarrass and like humiliate and say, oh, I own you and I have dominion of all that nonsense. It's just toxic. I think she just was like, I cannot babysit you, Kanye, anymore. You know, I mean, you can't leave the man alone with a phone. But let me know what you guys think. Are you shocked by this? What do you think is the cause, the reason? Do you think they have a prenup? Do you think what's going to be the outcome? Let me know. Get down in the comments. I always appreciate them. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And as usual, nobody asked my opinion, but you damn sure know I'm going to give it anyway. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.